Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Hello everyone, and I hope you all are doing well. So here I'm back, and I was on some kind of a retreat, so I was not making any videos, and that is going to happen most likely. The frequency of the videos will be little random because I won't be at my native place and I'll be traveling around. So this is why it will be happening. So let's start the video now. What we have is we are having a high impact news at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So be cautious, whatever time zone it lies in for you. And now let's move to the charts. Oh, this is the monthly chart we are having. And what we can see is that we were having this highs and lows being swept into the market, which actually shows that the price is indecision. It is nowhere to go right now. And we are within a range. So let's move to the weeklies to see what do we have. So in weeklies, what we see is that this is the monthly level only. And I was anticipating that most likely we are going to take the monthly high and then move into the downward side, but that didn't happen. Rather, it stayed as a strong high and the price moved downward direction. So let's move to the weeklies now. As we move into the weeklies, actually, what we see is that the weekly took the high of the previous week, and then we saw a sell off into the market into the downward side. Currently, we don't have any clear bias into the weeklies. This is why our current strategy will be small time frame scalping in between the areas. We are not going to target the external liquidities in such situations. Now, let's move to the dailies. Now, this is the daily chart, and what we see is that the price is range bound. And what I mean by that is this high and this particular low is kind of acting as a support and resistance, and the price is still stuck in between that area. So we can't go for the extremes to see where the price is actually going to go. To set the targets basically. So there is one more price action which is left is this BPR level where the price can reach out if we break this particular low, but that hasn't happened yet. So let's move to the smaller time frames, that is 4 hour, to see what else is left within this leg which can be a scalp for our trade. So this is, I guess, a lower time frame marking. So this is the BPR we are having, and since this was the BPR2, let's move to the dailies again. What we have is that this is the daily BPR, and I'm anticipating that if we have to move into the downward side, most likely we are going to tap this BPR and then we are going to see a reaction. Though we are having two zone of reaction over here, if the price scales up all the way up to this area of candle, or we are going to just react from this particular level. So currently I am treating this BPR as my immediate area of resistance for the price. Now let's move to the 4 hours. As we move into the 4 hours, what we see is that everything is already mitigated, and we are having this low which is unmitigated and it is having BPR. Why this low is important? Because it had taken some kind of a liquidity and then moved into the upside direction, making this a strong low for the price. So in such situation, the price comes to these areas and we see a reaction, which could be an opportunity for us to scalp. So let's move to the 2 hours to see what further uh, inside this move is. So into the 2 hours, what we see is that the price moved higher, breaking the strong high, and it is seemingly a strong high for the price. So I'm anticipating that most likely we are going to have some kind of a reaction from this zone, and then we can mitigate it and then come down. That will be the best scenario for my trade. Let's move to the 1 hours. Not much clear. Let's move to the 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, I guess it is the 15-minute marking which I'm having right now. So let's directly get to 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, what we see is that this low had already taken some kind of a liquidity and moved into the higher direction. And currently, we are having this unmitigated BPR into the price. So what I'm anticipating now is that most likely, I need to find that. Most likely, we are going to have some kind of reaction from this zone and then move into the higher direction, tap this BPR, and then we are going to come all the way down to mitigate the higher time frame BPR level. So this is what my current analysis is. And if not, there could be two scenarios. That is, if the price doesn't react to this, most likely we are going to sweep it, just sweep it without tapping the BPR area. And we are going to come down, sweep the low without tapping the BPR zone, and come up, take all the liquidity sitting right above, and mitigate the structure of the daily BPR, and then going to come down to mitigate the higher time frame BPR level. So this could be the possible scenario for, according to my analysis, actually. The market could be anything and I'll be ready for it. So do write me into the comments that what are your analysis and how do you see the Euro USD's trend today. So meet you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep trading.